Hello. I just had a really enlightening conversation, and it just made me want to get on here and share again about the importance of deconditioning our brains, our minds, our thought patterns. When we start to feel that something is not in resonance, it's not in alignment, it's not the frequency that we are right now of the version of who we want to be, right? And this is many layers. That can look like many different layers. It can look like what school says, what our parents say, what our partners say, and all of those other relationships and things like that. And it's so interesting because the importance of returning home to yourself is what my journey's been about. It's what so many of my clients and their journey and where they find themselves on their healing. And really, it's like, who am I? What is in alignment with me in this moment as I am moving forward? Because a lot of times there are so many layers that are piled on top of us that don't even belong to us, that belong to other people. And they show up. You can't ignore them, but eventually it's going to show up in another area of your life. It's like, I'm a perfect example of ignoring physical pain and mental and emotional pain while in the Army. So I got hit by a car. I went to airborne school. And because I was still in pain from being hit by the car, I had a really bad landing, which caused another injury and a brain injury and all those other things. And all of that while still I was in my trauma response, which was hyper independence and overachieving and all of that stuff, right? So it took a huge life altering event for me to pause long enough to be like, okay, this is not working. I can't force my way through all of these things. Even though it's working, it's exhausting and I can't maintain it. And those are the types of things that we have to really pause and recognize, because it's just like that law of attraction thing where they're like, look for a red car, think about a red car, and you're always going to see a red car. Go shopping for, or think about shopping for a certain thing, and then you're always going to see it, or it's always going to pop up on your news feed and stuff like that, right? Well, the universe is just like that. The universe is your Google search, for a lack of a better term. It really is. So whatever your subconscious mind is constantly replaying, known as a belief, put an emotional attachment to that, right? But whatever you're replaying in the back of your mind, a lot of times it's ego, who is our protector, has been programmed to say like, hey, look out for this, don't do that, etc. It's going to keep showing you those things in order to keep you safe. So it really takes a lot of intentional work and action to get yourself to a space where you're open to receiving something different. You're open to challenge what it is that you've known. I mean, especially if it's something that your family raised you to believe, right? And then put yourself in a position where you are around people, places, and things who support the evolution of you, not just the version of you that you have been up into this moment, whether you are 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, however old you are. All of that, it has a layer, like there's a factor, a component of that plays into it as well. So that's why I've created Soulpreneur Life. That's why I've created the spaces that I've created. And Mia, we go over these things and we talk about how to recognize it, how to identify it, if it's showing up in your body, if it's showing up in your behavior, in your language, and how to shift out of that, right? How to shift out of that, because a lot of times people are like, oh, I want $1 million, I want this, I want that, but they don't know how to shift out of it. They don't feel supported in shifting out of it. And so that's the intention. That is the intention for my group program, Mia. I'm in the car, obviously, but my group program, Mia, and it's about having the support around you, having the steps, having the tools, and then just really giving yourself space to recognize all of that, so that when you begin having conversations or doing things that are not in alignment and your body starts to respond, or your emotional body, your mental body, all those things start to kind of be like, hey, I don't really like this. I don't really want to do this. There's resistance here, or there's physical alarms going off saying, no, don't do this, that you honor yourself. Or the opposite, if it's joyful, if it's exciting, if it's in alignment and there's ease and flow, that lightness, right? Instead of dense energy where there's resistance and muscle building and all of that, it's lighter, it's free flowing, and just allowing yourself to enjoy that too. So, but anyways, I just wanted to share this. And as always, I can't wait to see you guys in Mia, because I know you guys are going to join, because I've set the intention. It's already done, but it's about to get loud because these airplanes and the Air Force and all the things. But I'm sending each and every single one of you a lot of love, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.